The painting behind me is called Scotland Forever by Lady Grey. As I talked to you this morning, I'd like you to reflect on that painting. Because paintings like this, and maybe a news report, and maybe a smattering of injured soldiers on the streets of London, is all really the public would know about the conflicts that Britain's always been involved in for the last 500 years. Paintings like this were created to capture the essence and to create a sense of romanticism so that we could continue to generate future interest from the public within the military service. Once upon a time, this great island nation of ours, it produced men that would do acts like this, charging towards Russian guns, with a knowledge that probably most of them are going to get killed in the process. Who'd storm beaches under sustained machine gun fire, who climbed out of landing craft, knowing full well that they were running towards their deaths, who flew missions over Europe with odds so low that they wrote letters to their loved ones before they took off. They didn't do it for comfort, they didn't do it for applause, they did it because they believed in something, in their country, in their people, in the idea that some things are worth defending no matter what the cost. Now, in contrast, if Britain called us up today, how many would answer? And more importantly, what would they actually be fighting for? Now, this isn't an attack on any person who's ever served or those men and women who are bravely currently serving. Far from it. Because if anything, and this is controversial, they're carrying a weight far greater than any generation before. Because they're carrying not just the weight of conflict and the trauma that brings, but also the weight of uncertainty that we see consistently every single day. In Britain's standing, in the depletion of the ranks, in the lack of funding of a chronic nature for the last 30 years. Something's changed, not just in the military, but in the nation itself. Let's start with something uncomfortable. Loyalty. Armies aren't built on contracts, they're built on belief. You can train a man how to shoot, you can train him to follow orders, but you cannot train him to lay down his life for his comrades or his country unless he or she believes in something. And belief comes from identity, from shared history, a shared set of values and standards, and a shared sense of we. But what happens when that we starts to fracture? When a nation becomes less a people and more just a collection of different tribes, different individuals with different histories, different loyalties, and a different version of what the country is. Now, let's be clear. I have served with an incredible range of people from all different nationalities, ethnicities,